Lalitpur sub-metropolitan city, known in Nepalese as Patan, is the second largest town in the Kathmandu Valley. It was founded about 2,000 years ago and currently is directly linked with the actual capital of Nepal, Kathmandu. The original historical water supply system for Patan consisted of the following main components. A distant source of water, the Lele River, which the royal canal connected with a system of ponds, pokharies, and flowed into Lagankhel, is the source of water for the whole of Lalitpur. Pokhari, man-made water bodies, in Patan served for water storage and for irrigation. The ponds allowed surface water to infiltrate into shallow groundwater aquifers that saturated local dug wells, tun, and stone spouts, hiti. Hiti were connected to either brick or wooden ducts conveying water through the system of pokharies from a distant source, or they were directly supplied with water from a local shallow aquifer. The entire system terminated in an outlet that took water from stone spouts to drains, mostly emptying into the Bagmati River. Problems with water supply in Patan began in the 1950s, when the royal dynasty of Nepal was inspired by the West, and throughout Kathmandu and its surroundings, including Patan, water mains were built. This was accompanied by the drying up of and building over of pokharies. During extensive engineering work when carrying out excavations for the foundations of buildings and construction of sewerage system, some underground ducts supplying hiti were interrupted. The status of water supply in Patan became critical after the year 2006. The central water supply provided by water mains failed completely, along with 4 of 58 hiti in Patan having dried up due to the gradual decline of groundwater levels. 7 fountains were completely destroyed due to extensive construction work. Currently, residents of Patan can only rely on water from shallow wells and stone spouts, or purchase drinking water from private companies. In the area of Naldu, the royal canal was interrupted. From 5 large pokharies in Lagankhel, there were only 2 left, which also gradually ceased to exist as they were saturated with precipitation water only. The situation is serious, and Patan is threatened by drought, especially now, when people from all over Nepal and also immigrants from India have been settling in Kathmandu, and the population has only grown. Local communities, in collaboration with experts, are trying to solve the situation. They are renewing old canals, building local systems of rainwater infiltration, finding new sources for hiti, which partially dry up during periods of drought. Tagal hiti and Thapa hiti in the central part of Patan in the past never had a shortage of water that flowed there even in the dry season. But after destruction of some major pokharies, the groundwater level began to decline, and for most of the year, the capacity of hiti did not meet the demand of the residents. Local communities joined together and began to solve the situation. They replaced the defunct pokharies in Lagankhel by an alternate source. In 2010, in the area of Nahiti, local communities sank a new storage well with a pumped-up storage canal connected to the historical water distribution systems. In this way, they replaced the original source area in Lagankhel and found a new water source for Tagal hiti and Thapa hiti. But they failed to replace an important infiltration reservoir, Prayagh pokhari. Prayagh pokhari dried, was paved over and built up over the past 45 years. Currently, there is a school and a sports field in this location. Pokhary were retained only for religious purposes.
Prayagh पोखरी चाहिँ अत्यन्तै ऐतिहासिक धार्मिक र सांस्कृतिक महत्त्व भएको पोखरी हो। यहाँ मानिसहरू वर्षमा एक पटक धार्मिक रूपमा भेला भएर आफ्ना पितृहरूलाई पूजा गर्ने चलन पनि छ र त्यसै गरिकन यस पोखरीले यहाँको पर्यावरणलाई पनि सघाइरहेको छ।
Eureka Project Storage, sustainable tools for groundwater management optimization and water scarcity mitigation, funded by the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports of the Czech Republic and by the Czech company Vodní zdroje, tries to solve the situation in Prayagh Pokhary.
V rámci projektu Storage jsme vyhotovili v areálu školy Prayagh Pokhary poloprovoz na zasakování srážkové vody, který se skládá jednak z akumulační studny, která se finalizuje zde, a ze dvou jímacích objektů. Jedno je v oblasti bývalého Pokhary, to znamená umělého jezera, které je momentálně zacementované a je teda nepropustné, takže zde se simuluje možnost zasakování srážkové vody do podzemí, tak jak bývalo v tom Pokhary. A druhá je mimo Pokhary, mimo to jezero, tamhle u té zdi, takže se tam můžeme jít podívat.
The novelty of the approach in building a pilot plant consists in the infiltration of rainwater, not only for local users, as is customary in Patan.
Právě se nacházíme v srdci Patanu na náměstí Machindra Bahal, kde bych ráda demonstrovala zasakování pro individuální studnu v rámci náměstí. Zde vidíme akumulační studnu a na druhé straně potom zasakovací jímku, která dotuje podzemní vodu v blízkosti studny.
The pilot plant in Prayagh Pokhary is a different story. The pilot plant will simulate the original function of artificial water body and enrich groundwater flowing directly to Tagal hiti and Thapa hiti. Compared to the today common approach of the infiltration of rainwater in Patan, where the rainwater from the roof of the building flows to the storage reservoir, and from there directly to the local well, the pilot plant in Prayagh Pokhary envisages to make use of the filtration potential of the rock environment. The technology of infiltration is based on the experience of the local hydrogeologists Jaya Gurung and Jivan Kasula. The pilot plant Prayagh Pokhary consists of one storage well digged till a depth of 11 meters below the ground level and two infiltration pits reaching a depth of 3 and 4 meters below the ground level into the underlying gravel sands. The well serves the school, and that is without any water source till now. The pits, built up 80 and 110 meters below the well in the direction of the groundwater flow, are the source of water for downstream hiti. The infiltration of rainwater, as it is presented at the pilot site of the project storage Prayagh Pokhary, is one of the possibilities of substituting the defunct or destroyed parts of the historical water supply system and strengthening the capacity of stone spouts.
Terénní průzkum je něco, bez čeho se žádný projekt neobejde. Na rozdíl od teoretických znalostí, které můžeme vyčíst z map a z odborné literatury, je založen na lokální znalosti. To znamená na popisu situace, kterou znají jenom místní lidé. Projekt Storage byl právě na využití této znalosti založen a můžeme říct, že právě díky tomu může být úspěšný.
In application of the Prayagh Pokhary prototype also in other parts of Patan, it would be possible to revive the original water supply system, raise awareness of the local residents of the importance of cooperation, and initiate integrated water management at least on a local scale of several neighboring communities. Also, the youth needs to be involved in the activities. Through education and direct involvement in fieldwork, it is necessary to enhance the interest of young people in saving the historical system of drinking water supply. To quench thirst in Patan, however, it is also necessary to initiate discussions about sinking new wells, which could disrupt the original hydrogeological regime, about building up the original pokhari, about cooperation of communities, the definition of basic rules for water use in Hiti, and prevention of the contamination of infiltration pits and wells.